Hello, everybody, and welcome to Bossman Investments. My name is John Mutombo. I hope you guys are doing well. It's been such a long time. I think I haven't posted any videos for about 2 to 3 weeks, even 4 weeks, if I'm not wrong. I'll check my last videos, but I think it's about 4 weeks. I've been very busy. So many things have been happening, securing deals and sorting out things with the solicitors. It's been hectic, so I've been quite busy. But I'm back. I will promise, guys, I'll be trying my best to be posting every week from now on, because sometimes, life, busy, the pressure of life, we tend to forget a lot of things. Anyway, today I will be talking about the recent updates that's been happening in the property market. There's been a lot of news, things happening that the government have put in place. So if you guys just stick around and we shall go into a scene. Stay peace, stay blessed. Thank you guys for sticking around. Again, I hope you guys are doing well. You're still maintaining safe. As I mentioned, there's been a lot happening in terms, when we're talking about the property market. There's been a lot of news. The government have published a lot of things around the property market. I've been receiving calls, messages, people, contacting me. Joe, what's the updates? What's happening around the properties? Can you inform us a little bit? I've been a little bit busy. I've been speaking to a few people here and there, but I thought I should just make a quick video. Again, sorry for the sound quality. I don't have my headphones or my microphones on, so I do apologize, because the sound, there might be a little bit of echoing, because obviously I'm in a confined area right now, so there might be a little bit echoing in the background, but I hope you guys can apologize. I hope you guys can forgive me in advance for this. So anyway, back to the topic. There really has been a lot of, news around property market, positive news and some not so positive, but overall it's been amazing news. First thing, stamp duty. The government has put in place legislations for stamp duty, because obviously, as you guys are aware, there's been a massive crash in the economy. Not the crash hasn't come yet, but there's been a massive downfall in the economy, whereby COVID-19 business wasn't running in, there was no money coming in, people weren't paying taxes because business was shut down. So there was literally no money coming in the economy at all. So that happened for about 3 months. Now what the government is doing is trying now to recover the economy, trying to put things in place for the economy to recover. And in order to do that, they're encouraging me and you, everybody, to be spending money. And the ways to do that, they've put some legislation in place which will entice people to spend money, so that the government can take taxes, because now businesses are running. People will be more tempted to go and spend money in order for money to start coming in the economy, for things to start running smoothly. The first thing they've put in place for stamp duty, amazing. What amazing news. I haven't heard this kind of news for such a long time. This is so amazing, especially for first time buyers. If you're looking to buy a property, this is probably the good time to buy it, because there is no stamp duty for first time buyers. If you're buying or purchasing a properties under £500,000, so under £500,000, there is no stamp duty. Wow, that is amazing news, shocking news. Yes, the government's put that in place to encourage people to buy, buy properties, buy things, and for people to be spending money so that the economy can run smoothly. Even though it doesn't really apply much for property investors, we still, as property investors, so if you're a first time buyer, that's good for you. You don't pay stamp duty if you're buying purchasing a property under 500,000. However, if you're a property investor, a second, third, fourth time buyer, then you still have to pay stamp duty. However, there's been a massive reduction, a huge reduction. Now you probably have to pay, I think it's only 3%, if I'm not wrong, of stamp duty, which is a huge drop from compared to before. So now we'll only be paying 3%, which is not bad. We still have to pay, so it's not exciting news like for the first time buyers. However, we are property investors, so the government has put something in place. They've managed to do a huge reduction. So that's in regarding to stamp duties. There's also other reductions that the government have put in place. And for when we're talking about service, other places like service accommodation, there are different type of property investors. So there are, people who deal with HMOs, there are buy-to-lets for for families, and there are service accommodations, which is, deals with hospitalities. For those who are dealing with service accommodation, there's even a great news, an amazing news that the government have put in place. So VAT, for those who are VAT registered, VAT will be dropped from 20% to 5%. That is amazing news, guys. Huge news. So now it's like, they want people, businesses to be running, service accommodation, hospitality. The government's, enticing people to run these businesses. A huge drop from 20% to 5%. That's a huge save. So it's a very good opportunity. I don't think it's gonna run forever. I think around January or so by next year, most of these enticings that the governments are doing will probably end. But it is a good opportunity, if you're into service accommodations, to really look into it and to take advantage, because at the end of the day, I always say the rich get rich when things are in crisis, things are going wrong, and the government are making all these, decisions. This is how people get rich. They take it, they take advantage, and they spin it, and boom, money comes in, and it's a win-win. Many of you guys might be sitting there asking yourself, Joe, do you think the government is stupid? If the government is doing this, the government is pushing people to spend, it's because they know there's a huge crash. I will buy a property now. 1 year, 2 years, 3 years down the line, the property will crash. The property market will crash. Not even 1 year down the line, a few months. It could be 10 months down the line. Property market will crash. The economy will go down. Your property that you're buying now will lose value. This is why the government already in advance, they're teasing people to be buying, because at the end of the day, they will lose money. Guys, I always tell people, if you get your strategies right, there is no losing in properties, unless you really make a drastical, really silly decision. In properties, if you play the game smart, believe me, you can't lose. It's always a win-win situation. This is what people talk about. If you're focusing on your location, you're buying it below market value, and you're creating positive cash flow. Positive cash flow, guys, is king. This is queens. This is what makes people rich. You're not buying a property now. If you buy a property now, 10 months down the line, has market price, has property has the property market crashes. Only way you will lose is if you're selling your property around that time. But if you're buying it, holding it, renting it, creating passive income, positive cash flow, every month tenants are paying you, then you're not losing. It's only those who are selling who will be losing. So once you get your property in a very good location, even if the economy is crashing, people will still need places to rent. It will still get tenants in there. It's a win-win. You are not going to lose. So don't wait for another day. The best day, I always say, if you get an opportunity, never let your opportunity go by. Invest at that time. The clear time to invest is not to wait for a perfect time. There is no perfect time in properties. Believe me, there is no perfect time. As soon as you get an opportunity, jump in it. Do your research and jump. Don't wait for the perfect time. It will never come. You'll be waiting for 1 year, 2 years, 10 years, 50 years, 40 years, 90 years, and eventually you will die waiting. So get in there as soon as you get your chance. So what other things has the government put in place in order to entice people during these difficult times, times where people are predicting crash? I'm also one of those who's been predicting that a crash is coming soon, and I do believe that it's coming soon. All the signs are in place for crash of everything, economic crash, even property crash is gonna go completely down, completely berserk. It's coming soon, very, very, very soon. All the signs are there. You see the government, what they've been doing, as I mentioned before, what the signs of a crash is. When the government keeps giving out money, look at all these loans that the government has been giving out for businesses going down, things that the government has been giving, and now they completely started to realize there's no more money. What they're doing now, they have eased everything so that people can be buying, enticing people to buy, people to spend money. These are all signs and warning of a crash, that a crash is coming soon. With all this COVID-19 that we've been doing, businesses haven't been running, there will be a crash. It's just how you prepare for a crash. I've done videos talking about how to prepare for market crash, how you can take advantage. If you haven't seen that videos, I've put the link below. Just check it out. It's good because at the end of the day, the rich get rich. When there's troubles, when there's problems, when the economy is going down, when people don't know what to do, this is how the rich take advantage. Because everything goes down, they buy when it's low, and when everything goes up, they sell. So guys, it's a good strategy. As I was mentioning again before, diverting to a completely different topic, what the government has done now, they've made it easy in order for developers, if you're a developer, buildings and buying lands and building things, or conversions, buying houses on auction, trying to get planning permissions to convert it to different things. It is now easy to get planning permissions accepted compared to before. The governments have kind of loosened up the ties a little bit, because before, as you guys may agree, can agree with me, for those who have been, doing property developing in the UK, it's been very difficult to get certain things accepted. But the government have eased up, which is good news for those who are doing, developing projects for, building things, converting. So that's another good news, guys. And another even very, very attractive thing, for those who have HMOs. If you have got an HMO, are you renting houses? HMO is, for those who doesn't know, I'm sure that it's not everybody out there in the audiences who are aware of some of these terms, HMO, because when I go into property, I didn't know any of these terms. So HMO just stands for house under multiple occupancy. So for you've got a house, a 4-bedroom or 5-bedroom house, rather than renting it to a family, you're renting individual rooms, which is house under multiple occupancy. So for those who are doing those kind of businesses, HMO, which I am one of them also, the government is giving out incentives of grants. It's giving out grant, not loan, grants like bursaries, to help improve your EPC, which is the all electricities and bills, gas bills, and all those kind of things. So the government is giving out grants in order to help improve those EPC. So things like windows, if your house is very old, the windows probably not double glazing, or air keeps coming in, you might turn the heating on, but the heating doesn't absorb properly because the windows are not done properly. So the government is giving between 5,000 for those houses that are relatively new, to up to 10,000 for old houses, in order to do refurbishment on the windows and things to improve EPC. Guys, this is not a loan, this is free money the government is giving you to improve on your own house, which you were supposed to do. This is amazing, guys. Free money, literally free money. It's amazing news. I will be going for it. I haven't applied for it yet, but I will be going for it as I saw it online, so I'm looking more into it. So these are very, very, very good news. A lot of people have been calling me wanting an update. Guys, these are some of the updates. There's also more for companies. If you own a business, you've got a business and you have staff members, you're employing staff members, and if you keep those staff members until next year, January 2021, the government is giving incentives of 1,000 for each staff to the employer. So if I've got a company, the government will pay me 1,000 for each employer for keeping them during all these difficult times. So these are for companies out there who have staff members working under them. So these are things that the government have put in place in order just to give incentive and thank people, for sticking hard during these difficult times, of COVID-19, when businesses have been, business have been shut down. You know, for those who have endured and not let go of their staff members, these are some of the things that the government have put in place. So guys, these are very good news. It's not gonna last, forever, because these are just temporary. I believe the government have put in place to stabilize the country, to stabilize, the nation, in order for businesses to be running, for people to be paying their taxes. Because believe me, in everything you pay tax. Even when you go buy something, there's tax coming out. So for petrol, there's tax. When you're traveling, you're going to work, there's tax. For businesses, employers paying people, there's tax in everything. Can you imagine all of that were put on pause for a good 3 to 4 months due to COVID-19? And the government highly depend on this money coming in for the country to function. And these have been put on pause. So right now what the government is doing is trying to encourage people to get busy, go and do double of what you were doing before. If you were going to a restaurant once, go twice. Because what they've done now, even on some restaurants, if you go out for a restaurant, the government have, half of the bill is on the government. If you go to a restaurant, you're supposed to pay £20, you only pay £10 because the other half is the government will pay for it. What does this do? It encourages people to be going out to restaurants more. If you were going out once, you would be tempted to go out twice, 3 times, 4 times. These are all the things that, incentives that the government have put in place just to get people to spend their money, use their money. But guys, don't be stupid. Use your money wisely. Invest, and invest. That's how you become financially rich. That's how you reach your financial goal, but becoming financial freedom. And that's what I've got to say for today, guys. I will try my best. Guys, the weather is so hot today, my wordings are just all over the place. But I will try my best to be consistent in my postings and uploading videos, updating you guys on what's been happening on the property market. I'm still in the process of finalizing the deal that I mentioned on my previous videos, the property that I purchased in Liverpool. Once that's finalized, I will update you guys. I will let you guys in on all the renovation projects that I will be doing. It will be fun, it will be exciting, guys. Stay tuned. Don't forget to have a good time. The weather is nice. Go out there, enjoy the weather, and I shall see you guys soon. Peace out.